The local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
I was pretty happy with that one at Gerbils the other night.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good pizza.
Yeah.
Fat wallets and empty hearts. Which
empty hearts.
It's insane how little musicians get. So, if you're interested in support, not just me, but any musician that you like, one of the best ways to do that, it sounds old school because it is purchase their music, purchase their merch,
Hey guys, this is Mark from Rat Rod.
Hi, this is Mikey P from Skell.
Hey, this is Jeff from the Bell Jumpers.
Let's go.
Probably Dave Grohl, because he's awesome.
This is Jessica for the band Dimitus. You're listening to Pennsylvania Rock Show.
What's up, everyone? You're tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 763. You're tuned in on musicfrom412.com, buildthescene.com, xrpradio.co.uk, 107.1 FM, it's KFGW, and megarockradio.net, both out of St. Louis, Missouri, and xrpradio.co.uk out of the Highlands of Scotland, and lastly, rootarooradio.com out of both Texas and California. We started things off tonight with the Dead End Streets and their song, What Will They Say When I Am Gone? We follow that up with Steve Hawk, Above Me. And with me tonight on this episode, 763, are some of the members of Bad Neighbors. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, how you doing? How we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Outstanding.
We're gonna get this out of the way. I fell asleep waiting for them, and they had to wake me up. There, it's out of the way.
It's true. It won't be ends never again.
We have a few people hanging with us in the chat room already. If you are in the chat room and you would like to interact, all you have to do is type a message, and it should show up. There we go, right like that. Bubba Booey.
Mouthful.
I feel like that's a reference to Howard Stern, but a little bit extra.
That's definitely a Stobart. There's no.
If it is, it's one that I'm not aware of.
There's a few of those.
No, I'm sure.
We also have John Perry, aka John Ballistic, from the Underground Jukebox, hanging out with us tonight too on Music from the 412.
Awesome. He had a great show an hour ago too.
That was a replay of. Is it a replay? Yeah, it would have to be a replay of last week's show.
The Underground.
Yep,
it was great.
Hey, so let's get things off and running, and I'm going to let you three introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band. Or maybe it would be funny for you to tell what somebody else in the band does from what I was hearing earlier.
We all just like to put each other down, really.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a very positive work environment, as you can see. Well, for starters, my name is Shay. I play bass. I sing background vocals, occasionally sing lead vocals.
My name is Paul. I play guitar and do some singing. So,
and I'm Christian. I do the keyboards, and I was a self-appointed beverage guy. So for rehearsals, I show up with water. Paul's definitely a liquid death guy. Jeff's a Pepsi guy. Shay's still out there with the water, and that's my job. I kind of hold the glue. I'm there. I just kind of hold it together.
Every team needs one.
So I already have questions popping in here. One of them we will cover later, but I'll pop them both up because they're kind of together. They want to know how does the band feel working together, and then we'll talk about the writing process a little bit later.
Yeah. Wow. So working together. Well, for us, it's all about regimen. So Tuesday at 8:00, we will be with each other no matter what, come hell or high water. So that's half the battle, is showing up. So once we get together, it's sort of just kind of flows from there. But Tuesdays at 8, that's our time. So it's really pretty simple for us.
Yeah, but as just kind of piggybacking off of that, as the newest member of the band per se, I've been around for a little over a year now. This is my first real experience working with a band. So having these guys who are already experienced and, you know, with doing it for however long they've been doing it, it's been a real treat. You know, they've welcomed me from the beginning. And like Paul said, every Tuesday we practice, and the songwriting process, it's, at least from my perspective, you know, Paul and Chris are the main ones, at least since I've been around, that are bringing some of these, you know, songs to the forefront. So it's nice being able to see like some of the bones and the structures of the song and see how they both differ, but also like the similarities in their writing, which also, you know, leaks into how I try and write as well. So it's, at least from my perspective, it's been a really unique experience. So.
So I guess we'll I'll start off with the pizza question, since we did touch a little bit on the writing process. Oh, wait a minute. This may be the best question ever. Paul, are you single?
Oh,
Is that who's asking that? Is that Strong Bad?
Garbage Man is the username.
Oh, I like the icon for you, perhaps.
Wow. Looking
uh-oh.
They also want to know how many liquid deaths you drink in a rehearsal.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
At least two.
Well, you know, you gotta keep the fuel burning. How about Liquid Death though? What a brand. I mean,
That's him deflecting, Bill. Don't let it.
I mean, come on.
Jay and I are taking, in case you're wondering, ladies. We're both married. Paul, are you
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
I can't.
I am not single.
He's not.
Listen, that's news to me too. So
I'm trying to figure out what is that icon?
It's
somebody waving.
It's like fierce, whatever. It's like
yeah.
Is Bad Neighbors looking for a liquid? Yeah, we're looking for any kind of sponsor.
Any sponsor.
Yeah.
Any sponsor.
I tried to get a band sponsored by Crocs, but Crocs never responded to my email.
So, Bill, in case you can't tell, we have a bad neighborhood that follows us as well, and they're bad.
I don't know if you saw what I have as the title for this episode, but it's the Pennsylvania Rock Show is visited by bad neighbors.
That's left.
Yeah, we don't get out much.
So, not yet, at
the
least.
Pizza question. Bring us back to the pizza
All right.
question.
So the pizza question is, what's the best pizza you've had because you're a musician?
Gentlemen?
Okay, the best pizza. Okay, it's got to be Sir Pizza. Okay.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It's the Pittsburgh staple. You have the pepperoni that's ground up, as opposed to your traditional circular pepperoni. I mean, something about it. It just screams a good time. So I would say Sir Pizza, few locations around, very close to our practice space. That's a go-to.
And they cut it in 900 pieces too. They cut it in those tiny little bite sizes.
Yeah.
You're the fancy party, Bill. It's really good. You know, it's you can go from a 2-slice guy to like a 70-piece guy, like in a matter of 3 minutes. It's really, it's amazing. It's good stuff.
It's like a school teacher staff appreciation pizza.
No comment.
School teacher. Yeah. 4 kids.
Yeah, Sir Pizza's it. I'm gonna go with Paul on that one too. Yeah, Sir Pizza's good.
Sir Pizza's definitely it.
All right. So, oh man. All right, I'm gonna pop this one up and then we're gonna take a break, but we're gonna talk about this garbage man's last comment here. He wants to know if you've tried the Altoona pizza with craft slices on it. And the reason I'm popping this up is we actually have a plan. Jonna from First Angel Media, Josh from God Hates Unicorns, myself, and possibly Jazz from Jazz's Rockin' road show on Music from 412 and a bazillion bands, including Half Wheel. We're going to go to El Tuna in May and try this pizza. It's like a Sicilian crust, and then it has sauce on it, and then there's a slice of pepper, green pepper, a slice of salami, and then Kraft American cheese. That's the pizza. And we're going to video it and probably go somewhere else to eat after we taste it.
Yeah, I was going to say, enjoy. Yeah, fun.
But
I love it.
All right, so we're going to take our first break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the two songs we're about to hear, which are Open Book and 12 Bar Blues by the Bad Neighbors. So we will be right back. Hey, it is Bill, and I am here to give away 2 tickets to the Zilch 20th anniversary show with special guests Scale and Divine Tragedy at the Craft House on May 10th, 2025. We had a handful of people sign up, including Keith Laydig, Tom Trainer, Peggy Spiker, John Lutz, Sean McDonald, and Michael Bauer. I'm going to go ahead and add their names 2 more times to my wheel. Once, twice. I'm going to hit shuffle 2 times. There's once and twice again. So the winner of tonight's drawing will win 2 tickets to that show, the Zilch 20th Anniversary Reunion Show with special guest Scale and Divine Tragedy at the Craft House, May 10th, 2025. See how I did that again. If you do not win tonight, you can still go over to Dressy Entertainment's website and purchase tickets directly from them. But also being given away on tonight's episode and ticket drawing, Endeavor After LLC is going to give the ticket winner 1 Zilch 20th Anniversary Reunion Show t-shirt as well. So we're going to go ahead and spin and find out who is going to win those tickets and the t-shirt. And the winner of those 2 items is Tom Trainer. So Tom, you're going to get 2 different emails from me tonight. One of them being the email about how to get your tickets. The second one will be an email about how to get that t-shirt. And as always, everyone, make sure you head over to musicfrom412.com/contest for your ticket giveaway chance, courtesy of Dressy Entertainment, and musicfrom412.com for your local music needs. We'll be back in just a moment with some more of my interview with the Bad Neighbors. So we are back. The chat room is kind of going well tonight. We're gonna pop this one up as I bring Bad Neighbors back on. They want to know why the British spelling of neighbors.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What's that?
So,
Yeah, my daughter's going to take the credit for that. Actually, why not? Go ahead, Paul. You can say it.
No, go ahead. You tell
your daughter, Chris.
No, it's okay. We've been playing around with it, and there were a couple other Bad Neighbors out there, and we just wanted to be a little bit different. We thought that the OURS would be kind of cool. We wanted to put what's it called, the umlaut, like oh, you asked the question? Yeah, she's sitting right here. She asked the... Go ahead, Paul. You can answer.
Okay. So I like to be a little deeper here. I like to say it's a little homage to the wonderful British bands of the past that we take a lot of inspiration from. Oasis, the Beatles. I mean, bands like that it's just it's a little tip of the cap to Great Britain and all the great music from there. So
Great songwriters.
yeah.
So I'm starting to think as I'm watching the chat go by that either someone has done their own show like this before, or they've been watching my show and just trying to beat me to the punch. So Baba Booey again would like to know what the first significant song each of you heard that got you into music, or is there a first memory? A little different wording than how I would ask it, but I like that the chat's so active tonight, so we're going to go with it.
Good, guys.
You care if I go?
Yeah.
Okay. So I only started playing bass about 16 months ago. But Greta Van Fleet is like my favorite band, and the bass line for When the Curtain Falls, it's always kind of struck me in just the right place. So that's really the song that made me want to pick up the bass. So When the Curtain Falls by Greta Van Fleet.
Cool. Great song.
I'd say for me, it really there wasn't a particular song that really got me into music. For me, it was my father. He was always playing music from the 70s, Crowded House, the Beatles, Squeeze, just these iconic songwriters and great bands, and it was like in the air. I felt like I lived in a speaker growing up. So it was that was kind of what made me want to play that guitar, and then and I fell in love from there with playing. So props to my father.
Yeah, and just so I'm not like the worst son of the year, props to mine too. Stuff he said.
So I kind of took it from, I'm a child of the 80s, man. And so kind of like Paul, I just grew up listening to Jonathan Cain playing piano on Journey, listening to Kevin Cronin with REO and those bands that were just the arena rock kind of stuff. And so I think collectively, and then you throw Jeff, who's not with us, he's more of a classic rock guy. But all those things, just melodies and harmonies and everything that comes into it is just, it's amazing when that happens, right? And you get a chance to hear somebody play that live. So my first live show was Foreigner, way back in the day. Bill, these two weren't around, and I just remember hearing Lou Gramm belt it, and it sounded exactly the same in the arena in front of 16,000 people as it did on the record. And the first time there were records, kids, not this new time with the new vinyl. And just thought, oh my God, I want to do that. It's just crazy to watch people collectively sing those songs and lyrics together with Jukebox Hero and Waiting for a Girl Like You. I mean, it's just really, I still get shivers when you start thinking about that stuff.
Baba Booey's on fire.
Yes. Good sons, but bad neighbors. So
not wrong.
All right, so I'm gonna take a moment and host my show here. So Baba Booey, hold on. All right, so my next build the scene-esque question for you guys is Robert Johnston from the Lures of Blues was a guitarist who was terrible and supposedly went and met the devil at the crossroads and sold his soul to be the best guitar player in the world at the time. If each of you were standing at those same crossroads, what would you be there to ask the devil for?
Does it have to be like music related?
I mean, it would be better if it is, but
yeah, I think that's. I'd love the tour. I'd love the tour and quit teaching.
Wow.
Yeah.
Paul?
Man. You know, that's a really good, that's a good one. First, yeah, I'd probably jump on the bandwagon with Shay. I honestly that's been like a dream of mine as well, to tour and to see some different cities and
Life on the road.
Yeah, you know, play some shows every night. And so I I'd say touring. I'm going to hop on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, I'm going to take a different angle, man. I would love to kind of do and hear what Lou Gramm did, man. To write a song and hear 16, 18, 20,000 people sing the lyrics and know the song by heart would just be, that would be just awesome to me, and just an incredible feeling to know that you touch that many people with 3.5 minutes of song and sometimes 4 chords and lyrics that just cuts across genres and race and whatnot would be really, really cool. And gentlemen, I toured when I was a mortgage guy. It's not all that. So, but maybe mortgage banking is different than rock and roll. I don't know.
Maybe it's because you were a mortgage guy, Chris.
I'm thinking that might be the mortgage guy.
So I did say that I was going to have you talk about your songs, but we kind of got sidetracked. So I'm going to say pick one of them. I don't care which one of the two I played, Open Book or 12 Bar Blues, and tell us the story. It's like, we're going to go back to that 80s and 90s era, and I'm going to tell you it's like storytellers on MTV when they actually played music.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
You want to do?
So I would say probably the 12 Bar Blues as a song overall is probably the most, in my opinion, well written in terms of lyrical content and
Structure.
yeah, and just like the wordplay behind it, and I definitely, you can kind of picture the subject or someone going from bar to bar over top of the 12 Bar Blues. It's just a fun overall idea. I think that uh, props to Chris. He spearheaded that idea of this subject going to 12 bars and drinking and still feeling blue over top of the 12 Bar Blues, and so I'd say that's probably the tune that I'd say is the most well written lyrically. So I'd go with that one. Even though you have Open Book on the background there.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Sorry, dude.
No, I that it was one. It fit this background better when I didn't have to stretch it.
No, I get you, but so Paul's right though. I think the fun part with that song is there's so many inside jokes that if you're a musician, you get it because the darn song's written in 12 bars, right? 12 bar blue. There's 2 key changes in there as the person in this song walks through bar number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There's key changes downward because they're getting dragged down further. There's so much wordplay involved there with going to see Johnny Cash at the end of the night. It's just it's just a lot of fun. And then there's actually a tip of the hat to ZZ Top. We had Nathan throwing a little bit of LaGrange type stick play on that 5th verse, which was just like came out of nowhere. But I remember in the studio, Destin said, "Oh, this might be a lot of fun. Let's try it out." And then Shay just brings some awesome bass. It's a lot of fun. It's great fun to play live too.
Yeah, and just quickly, my sister sings on it. She features with us for some stuff, and she crushes it. She kills it. So I think you guys are gonna like it.
So another question popped up in the chat room, but we're gonna hold it until the next segment. We're gonna take our next break. We're gonna hear from Melina, which happens to be the bass player from Chip and the Charge Ups, who were on last week. It's a solo song of hers called "Not That Kind of Love Song." And then we're going to follow it with the song by Mika and Gel called "Hate Song for a Love Song." And we'll be right back. Hey, we are headed into segment number 3 with Bad Neighbors. And we're going to go back to the chat room for another question. I like the chat room's kind of leading this. Although, don't let me forget to ask the official Build a Scene question before I let you guys go.
All right.
So this is, I'm guessing that's Unclear Muse 666. It says, what's your take on dudes yelling Freebird in between songs during live performances?
I'm all for it. I'm all for the fan interaction. It's energy. Any energy is normally good energy, so I'm good with it, personally.
Yeah.
I'm usually the guy yelling it, so what the heck?
Yeah, right?
Just express yourself. That's what comes out. That's what comes out, you know?
Yeah, it's a rock show, you know?
You know, let it
Having
out.
a good time.
So I'm going to ask that official question now, just so I don't forget. And there's a whole story behind it, and so far it hasn't happened. But the question is, who is your Dave Grohl? And by that I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs? Because the Foo Fighters are known for bringing people up out of the crowd and letting them play. And while you're thinking, the story is I've been trying to get Dave to come on and talk about that, and I just keep getting crickets no matter who I contact.
Fair. Paul, you want to kick us off?
I'm going to say, for me, it's The Cult. I've been on a cult kick the past year and just been like getting deeper and deeper into that band. And songs like Fire Woman or what's the other? I forget the other one that was really would love to play, but Wildflowers, another great one. It just they groove. It's like right in the pocket. I mean, you can bang your head to it, and it's simple. It's rhythmic. I mean, it's very the riffs are amazing, and so I'd say The Cult for sure.
Cool. For me, I've been on a really big Oasis kick for the past year and change. And with them getting back together for this upcoming year, I mean, I can pretty much play every song in their discography. So probably them. So
yeah. So if I can go a little bit, I'd throw back. If I could put them on stage together, I'd do Rod Stewart, Ronnie Wood, and we'd play "Stay With Me" by the Faces, which just I love that stuff, man. It's where you just open up the garage, turn it up to 11, and just blast it in the piano, and it's just a great rock song. So that would be the one without a doubt.
It's great that you bring up the Faces. The last song I have scheduled for tonight is a song called "Shake the House" by the Borstal Boys.
They're amazing.
Who are named after from the Faces
literally
song.
named after the song.
Yep.
So yeah, we just played down. We just recorded down at the Vault where they did their most recent CD.
Yeah, I think they've recorded most of their stuff at the Vault at this point.
They're a great live show too, man.
Anyone who's not familiar with them, Rocky is actually the owner of Music from the 412. And he and I make all that happen all the time. If you're not familiar, go to Music from 412. Earlier when I said when MTV used to play music videos, that's what we do, except it's all local bands. And you can watch it on the website. You can watch it on Roku. We have it on demand. We have a network of different channels where you can watch all the different shows. You should go check it out. Okay, we're gonna go 2 more questions from the chat room, and then I'm gonna ask one more question, but we got to do it fast because we only have like 5 minutes to fit into my time frame. Okay, here we go. So, what is a song that you would never want to hear again, and why?
God, we only have 5 minutes, guys, so keep it to 1.
For me, it's Wagon Wheel. Sorry, I play the cover band too much, so that's why I like this project. It's original music.
That's fair. I've a really hot take. Mine's pretty much anything Bruce Springsteen. I'm not a big Bruce Springsteen guy. Just don't like him. Never have. Probably never will. So nothing personal though. Just don't like his music.
I would be fine to go to a wedding and never celebrate good times again with Kool and the Gang. I hate that song. That was the one request I had from my wife when we got married. I said I refuse to celebrate with Kool and the Gang. I don't want to ever hear that. Can't stand it.
All right. So the second question from the chat room, before I get to it, Garbage Man, no, I have not had Code Orange on the show, but if you have a contact, we can make that happen. The second question was, what's your Taco Bell order?
Oh, easy. Doritos, Locos, Tacos, Grande, and a large Baja Blast.
Anybody else?
At least 2 of the Doritos tacos too. I frequent Taco Bell.
I black out when I go there, so I have no recollection. That's fair. So, that's my response.
I'll just order 2 for Shay. He can have mine.
All right, so on the video side, I currently have Bad Neighbors website pulled up. It's Bad Neighbors, OURS for neighbors, .band, and we have their show page pulled up. You guys want to tell us a little bit about that show on, was that March 14th?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have, so March 14th, we're playing with a band called Classic Old Fashioned at Steamworks Creative up on Route 8 in Berg. And what's fun about this show is I run a little rock school program where we teach people how to play in a band together in this rock school program. And Classic Old Fashioned, who is opening, they're adult learners who picked up these instruments maybe a few years ago, and they've really progressed real well. And so they're going to play with us. They're going to play a bunch of fun cover songs, and then we're going to wrap up the night with basically everything we've ever written. So it should be a fun night. So if you're looking for some original music and some covers, it'll be a nice 50-50 type of a night. And
we're a good vibe.
Yeah. So
the venue is very intimate. It's a 50-seater. Owned by a local musician, John Vento.
Yeah. They do great work too. They just, again, like we talked before the show, so much back to the community. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wonderful things.
Yeah. John runs, why can't I think of what it's called now? They help autistic people, with music. They teach them how to run sound. They help them, be in bands. They do all kinds of stuff. And why can't I think what it's called? It's terrible.
They have open mic for folks and everything. And
yes.
You're right, it's really cool. It's really, really well done. They partner sometimes with Moondogs as well, I think.
Yes. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it right now.
Is it Band Together Pittsburgh?
That's exactly what it is. Thank you.
Band Together Pittsburgh. Yep. Yeah, it's awesome.
So we have like no time left, but I'm going to ask one more question anyway. And that question is, you're leaving a show and there's a DeLorean sitting outside. This one's for you in particular, Chris, because you've probably seen the movie.
In the theater and on film. Yeah.
See? All right. So there's a DeLorean sitting outside with its door up in the air, a flux capacitor in the back, and you can go back in time and hang out with any band, kind of like Marty McFly did at the Enchanted Under the Sea ball. Look at that.
That was great.
Who are you going to hang out with?
Go ahead, guys.
Beatles Rooftop 1969.
I'm going to hang out with Crowded House back in the 70s, Australia.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you dig them. They're good musicians.
Love them.
They're really, really good. Yeah, nice. My daughter's sitting here badgering me from the distance. I would go back. Quite honestly, I'd go back into Motown. I'd love to hang out with Sam Cooke. I mean, you talk about a voice, Bill, like just that influenced so many people. So, they used to do those Motown tours, right? Everybody hop on the bus, go city to city and play one or two songs. I would do that all day long with him and Smokey and just the Temptations and just such great music coming out of that time frame. And then I'd get back in the same car and then I'd flash over to England. I'd listen to the Byrds, Cream, Clapton, that entire thing, the Stones, when it was just all starting out, because just such great influence.
Very cool. Well, guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, make
Hey,
sure.
thanks for playing our music too. We really do appreciate you playing our music, and it's not gone unnoticed. We do appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Everyone who's listening, make sure you go to badneighbors.band, BADNEIGHBOURS.band. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Music from the 412.com, buildascene.com. If this is your first time checking out the live interview, in about 20 minutes, you can go to buildascene.com, click on radio, and listen to the full show, which includes all the music we've talked about. And these last two tracks, the Doppler Effect, Crystal Teardrops, and the aforementioned Borstal Boys, Shake the House, here on episode number 763. And I believe next week, this is terrible. This is, as I mentioned earlier, I have all this extra gray that I didn't used to have. Next week's show, I can't remember who I have on, but it's going to show you on the ending screen. I think it might be Eden on Fire, but if I'm incorrect, it'll be there in just a moment. With that said, we are going to head off into the evening, and we'll see you next Monday. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
And everybody chatting with us in the chat room, thank you for all the awesome questions, and feel free to come hang out every Monday.
On the rock and roll.